So, today is going to be a fun lecture. At least I think you'll like it too. All right, so chapter 19, we're going to talk about simulations. Okay? So we're going to do a bunch of different simulations today. Does anybody have a coin?
Yeah.
You get a coin? Okay. All right. So I want you to flip that coin 1,000 times and tell me how many heads there are. Right? Who wants to volunteer?
Let's start it.
Riker?
Just gonna guess somewhere around 500.
Okay. We would guess about 500, but we want to really simulate it. So a lot of times we can do a simulation. The simulation we could do something 1,000 times and it's not going to take 1,000 minutes, right? Okay? So how about, here, we'll do this. Riker, since you have a coin, you and your table, well, that side of the room there, here's what I want you to do. I want you to flip it, I won't say 1,000, let's do it, flip it 50 times. And count the number of heads, okay? But before you do that, don't do that yet. I want you guys, we could also do this with a random number table, right? Okay? So let's come up with an idea. Could we come up with a way to use a random number table in the back of the book? You know, we do have a random number table, right? In the back of the book. How could you guys use the random number table to simulate heads and tails? See how creative you guys are.
Even or odd numbers?
Okay, so one might be to do evens. Evens are
Heads.
heads, and odds would be tails. Okay, so that might be one way to do it. Now, is there another way to do it? Can you guys think of a different method that would work the same way? I can.
0 and 1.
Okay, you said 0 and 1. What did you say?
I think that's the best way.
There's another one that's just as good.
Every two numbers.
What if I said, okay, so the idea here is you need to come up with some sort of a legend. Okay? What if I said, so a third way to do it, instead of doing evens and odds, we could go 0 to 4 are heads, and 5 to 9 are tails. Right? Does that make sense? Because that's still 50-50, right? We're just using a single digit. Okay? Now, Maggie mentioned zeros and ones. We could do it with the computer, right? And we could do, maybe with the computer we can use our rand between function and we can just go zeros and ones, right? So zeros equals, what do you want, Maggie?
Head.
Heads. Let's make ones heads, because we're counting heads. So make 1 heads and 0 tails. Okay? So so we've got 4 different methods, okay? Since Riker's got the coin, we're gonna let you do the coin method. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, we got 5 rows here. Could I come up with something else? That's all right. Okay, so this side of the room, you guys are gonna be the coin counters here. This group, why don't you do the evens and odds? This group, you can do the 0 to 4, 5 to 9, and we'll just give you guys one last group here. You guys do the computer, see if you can figure it out. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, 4 minutes. See if you can do that. Okay? You can turn it off while they're doing that.
Okay.